name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads. Now, as an entrepreneur, you've got to realise and recognise and anticipate that as you develop new traits, new personalities, new priorities, and new priorities especially, you will begin to alienate people. When I was at university, when I was about 2/3 through university, I started to feel that I was more of a leader. I was more of a, in charge, a boss, a manager, so to speak. I was more the creator, as opposed to doing the dirty work, the grunts, or the followers. I'm more of a leader, more significant. I'm more in charge, more extrovert enough to say, follow my lead. Let's go. What are we waiting for? Let's go. I felt I was more of a leader. And then about a year or so later, in like summer 2014, that starts to amplify, starts to really mean something. It starts to drum up, momentum. And I eventually become an entrepreneur, starting a business. The first business, it more or less just fizzled out. I lost interest in the product and the sector. I tried to pivot, doing a podcast and such, but it just fizzled out. It didn't go anywhere, unfortunately, but I learnt a lot. A second one, I got a lot of success with that, achieved a lot, broke a lot of barriers and my own glass ceiling, expanded comfort zone, expanded ability, realised I could do a lot, but in both of these businesses I had serious problems and serious errors, fundamentally in different ways. So the business I'm doing now, building on the successes and the failures of the past. So, as you begin and do your journey, as you start your businesses, as you start to learn new things, as go to new places and say, no thank you, I don't want to do this, or no thank you, I don't want to go there, you will start to alienate people. And people will notice the change in you, and they'll either fear it or encourage it. They will fear it, and maybe subconsciously they'll try and sabotage you or disown you and say, you're not a mate anymore, you're not friendly anymore. So as though to say, you aren't the person you used to be, and I want that person back. They're being a little selfish, where they don't want you to change. They're happy where you are and happy where they are, and they want you to remain the same. Some would say that's selfish. They might justify it in their own way, but you've got to interpret it in your own way. Because ultimately, you've got to also ask yourself, are these people that you're hanging around with, are they encouraging you? Are they uplifting you? Are they pushing you forward? Are they helping you become a better entrepreneur? Are they helping you increase your bottom line? Are they helping you being smarter, wiser, faster? Or are they wasting your time? Simple as that. I don't hang around with too many people now. One mastermind and one good mate of mine is an entrepreneur, and another entrepreneur I know. Talking, networking with these people. What you've got to understand. Okay, also, people might also encourage you, because years ago, probably 10 or so years ago, there was a girl I had a crush on, and we were in the same mathematics group. And I changed to a different group, and I hoped that she would change as well. But deep down inside, I thought to myself, I hope she changes as well. But deep down inside, I think, no, it has to be her ability and her talent. I can't push her or force her in any direction. I would like her, that's what I would like, but I know that's not that. What I like is not necessarily what she needs. So I realised that. This is 2007 odd, 8, early 8, something like that. And I realised that people's priorities and opinions of you will change as you become an entrepreneur. Some will get jealous, some will get envious. But the interesting thing is, very few people, if anyone, will ask, how did you do it? How are you doing it? They will look at you in amazement and saying, shit, that's amazing, or he got lucky, or lucky, and lucky is a completely different video, and completely different topic, but no one will ever ask you, barely anyone will ask you, certainly it's happened to me, how did you do it? How did you do this? How this? In the film, Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith, like start of the film, he's walking along the street and pavement. He looks to the left, and a Ferrari parks next to him. And the film is set in the 80s. I don't know what. Anyway, so this Ferrari parks next to him, and a guy jumps out the car. He parks it in a coin machine and all the rest, and he goes into the building. Will Smith, the character, he then asks the guy straight away something like, I don't know who you are, but what do you do? And I want to do it as well. That open-mindedness, that willingness to learn, that anticipation to be better, and to say, what are you doing? How can I do it? How can I replicate it? How can I learn it? How can I be like you? How can I learn from you? Not everyone will be willing to learn and listen to you, and they sure as hell won't want to have a lecture by you or a video by you. They won't want. They might like your success, might be happy for you or jealous or other emotions they'll feel, but they just won't ask. They won't ask how you do it, and I think that's a bit of a shame. I think that kind of mentality, that kind of like, he's got success, or why am I not succeeding? But that there's like brain cells won't fuse together and saying, why don't we ask him, how did he do it? How? People won't ask. And it's like back in Christmas 2016-17, I was Christmas Eve or something like that, with some family and all the rest. And these other like relatives of a distance in a way. They have a brother who is quite successful in somewhere else, and they're saying that why don't we ask the brother for some help, a little cash here and there. And I said to them, well, rather than asking for help and for cash, why don't you ask him how he did it, how he succeeded in his own way in that kind of business and doing his thing, rather than asking him for money. Because it's that classical old saying, the idiom, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And that's exactly how I think. That's exactly how I think and feel towards that attitude. Don't ask him for help. Ask him how he did it. Ask him, how can I work for you for free in order to learn from you? Because if you want him to be a mentor of you, you've got to give him something first. What can you give him so he can then teach you? People are going to come. I've done this once, and looking back, it's a bit silly, but priorities and different ways. You can't just ask someone to teach you stuff. You've got to give them a justification. Here's a tenner. Teach me something. I'll work for you for free for 40 hours. Teach you everything you know. I got an email a few months ago by some company that a friend of a family knows. Yeah, a friend of a family. They know me. And it was just the email asking me, how can I grow my business? Teach me stuff. And it's like, what? Why should I? Yeah, it's nice and reciprocity and all the rest, but you come out of the blue. I don't really know who you are per se. The name doesn't sound that familiar. I don't know the business. Never really dealt with it. Why should I just teach you everything I know? I know so much shit and how to market and all the rest, but an email out of the blue, oh, teach me everything you know. Why? Why? When people ask you, teach me stuff, well, firstly, they've got to connect the brain dots together to ask you, because if they don't ask you and ask what you're doing differently, they're going to have the same life and situation forever. You can't solve a problem with the same mindset that created it. You can't change the situation without changing this and what you put inside it. But also, when they ask you, it's only fair if they give you something in return. Money, time, energy. They work with you, for example, an intern. Work with me for a few weeks for free, and I'll teach you loads of stuff on the fly. Someone, about a year ago, sent me a random email, a CV, resume, asking for work. I get these every now and then. Anyway, I get them now and then. And I replied to the person saying, I've got a job with you in this business, but I'm starting something else. And if you work for me for free, I'll teach you how to make something like 10,000 a week. No reply. And I'm thinking, damn it, mate, what the hell? It's like, do you want to grovel 9 hours a day, working, doing the same shit as you've done forever, or spend a week or two or three or a month with me, and I'll teach you how to make 10,000 a day, or 10,000 a week, or a month, I think it was. And it's like, mate, this is such a better opportunity. It's delayed gratification as well. People, when they want to work for you, they want reward now. So that's the other thing going to alienate people. You're going to be so future focused that they're going to be too now focused. They want the pleasure and the enjoyment today, and I'm more like, no, I'll tell you what, I'll forego the party, I'll forego the drinking. I'll do it, say, once a month, for example. I'm not going to disappear forever. I'm not a hermit, but there's nothing wrong with that either. But I'm not going to be disappearing. But I'll tell you what, let's do a rain check. Let's do the work now. Work. Build. Automate, become known, create this, create, and then, hey, tomorrow I get tons of cash. It's the marshmallow test. you can either have 1 marshmallow now, or if you wait 15 minutes, you can have 2 marshmallows. Which one would you rather pick? I'd rather pick 2, because it's 2 marshmallows. Why the hell not? Why not? And they're going to be like, I want to go partying every Friday night. And also what's interesting is that people will live for like Friday and Saturday night, and they'll dread Sundays and dread Mondays. And when people only live for the weekend, and they hate Mondays, they're literally throwing away 1/7 of their life. Monday, gone. Oh, I don't want it. Throwing it away, 1/7 of their life. Think about that. Whereas we need to integrate work and health and free time. I'm doing this throughout the day. I'm just jumping onto these videos, recording them, and I've got a few other things to do later on. I'm integrating it. So I'm doing tons of work now, so I benefit later on. Again, delayed gratification. And these kind of things and principles that you will have, and that I have as well, they'll start to alienate people. And they won't see you with the same ways as you once were. And that's it. That's natural. You change. They're here, and then but you used to be at their level, but then something happened. Again, are entrepreneurs born or made? No idea. And then you just start to day by day, you get a bit wiser and wiser and better. You go to bed smarter, faster, wiser, more knowledgeable. And over time, a 2-year gap, a 2-year snapshot, for example, and you look at the difference. It's magnificent. But that's it. And continue that for 10, 20 years, and there's no competition. Entrepreneurs are, let's get this right. Entrepreneurs do the work people will not do, so in the future, entrepreneurs live the life that other people cannot. No, I remember now. No. Entrepreneurs live the life other people will not live, so in the future, entrepreneurs live the life others cannot live. So I'm doing the things now other people will not do, so in the future, I can live the kind of life they can't live. Because I put in the time, the energy, the effort, the hustle, as some would say. I dedicated my time to read, to learn stuff. I went through the hardship. I'm living the life people will not live. Oh, I don't want that. Ugh, no thanks. So in the future, I can live a life others cannot live. How do you do that? Why can't I have that? Why? And it's exactly the same with you. Do the life other people cannot, or live the life other people will not, so in the future, you can live the life they cannot. Gary Vaynerchuk said it great recently, whereas eat shit for 24 months so you can have caviar for the rest of your life. Exactly that. How cool is that? Also remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?